You loved her. You gave her your loyalty, your devotion, and your time, but she chose someone else. That betrayal burns. It makes you question your worth, your purpose, and everything you believed about love. But what if I told you that losing her wasn't your failure? It was your freedom. If you're ready to discover why this heartbreak is the key to unleashing your power as a man, then watch till the end, because you're not just here to survive. You're here to win. I know it hurts. It's painful to see someone you invested so much in walk away like you were nothing. It feels like she ripped your heart out and didn't even care to look back. But I need you to hear me clearly. This moment isn't the end of your story. It's the moment you redefine who you are as a man. And that starts with understanding exactly why she left and how you're about to become the man she regrets losing. So buckle in, because this is where you take back control. And if you're committed to watching this transformation till the end, drop a comment below that says, "I won't be broken." Number 1, why she chose him. She didn't choose him because he's better than you. Let that sink in. You're replaying the breakup in your head, wondering where you went wrong, trying to pinpoint the moment she slipped away. You're torturing yourself with questions. Was it something you said? Did you stop being romantic enough? Were you not attentive enough? Stop. None of that matters. It's not about what you did or didn't do. It's about how she perceived you and the emotions you triggered or failed to trigger. Women don't leave because you treated them badly. In fact, most of the time, they leave the guys who treated them the best. Think about that contradiction. They leave the men who loved them, listened to them, supported them, and wanted to build a future. Why? Because to her, that man no longer sparked her excitement. And excitement is what drives her, not loyalty. Women are hardwired to seek the man who represents progress, ambition, and dominance in her world. Hypergamy isn't just some term thrown around. It's real, and you've seen it in action. You know the woman who was happy with her boyfriend until she met a man who was stronger, more ambitious, or more confident, and suddenly her loyalty faded like smoke. Women don't want to feel safe. They want to feel desire, adventure, and progress. The man she left you for might not even be better on paper. He could be less successful, less educated, or even less attractive. But he made her feel something you didn't: uncertainty, unpredictability. He represented a challenge, and women are drawn to the thrill of a challenge. When you become predictable, she starts losing interest. When she can predict every move you'll make, every text you'll send, and every way you'll react, her mind starts wandering. Women are emotional creatures, and emotions thrive on the unknown. She doesn't want a man she's already figured out. She wants the mystery, the tension, the excitement of not knowing what you'll do next. The moment she can predict you, she sees you as a solved puzzle, and the emotional thrill is gone. And when that thrill is gone, she starts looking elsewhere. Think about this. Did you ever feel her pulling away before she actually left? The signs were there. She stopped responding with enthusiasm. Her compliments became fewer, her texts got shorter, and her excuses piled up. That wasn't an accident. It was her emotional detachment process in action. But it wasn't necessarily because you weren't good enough. It was because, to her, you became routine. A relationship to her is only as valuable as the emotions it evokes. She doesn't think like you, and that's where most men get it wrong. You're thinking, but I was always there for her. I showed her stability. I gave her everything. Exactly. You gave her everything, and that's why she left. When a woman feels she already has everything from you, there's nothing left to chase. And women love the chase just as much as men do, if not more. Think back to the honeymoon phase, when things were exciting and fresh. What was different back then? You weren't texting her constantly, you weren't always available, and you weren't predictable. When she didn't know how you felt about her, she was dying to find out. When she wasn't sure what you were thinking, she was obsessed with getting your attention. But once you gave her your complete emotional availability, once she could predict how you'd react to everything, that obsession faded. This isn't about you being a bad guy or her being a bad person. It's about biology and how attraction works. She left you for another man because, in her mind, that man represented an emotional upgrade. You need to understand this. Women don't love like men. They don't love logically. A man can stay in love with a woman for years, even when the excitement fades, because his love is based on commitment and logic. But a woman's love is tied to how she feels in the moment. That's why you'll see a woman who was madly in love suddenly lose all affection when her emotions shift. You can't logic your way into her heart because her heart doesn't respond to logic. It responds to the environment you create. And when that environment stops being exciting, she'll look for one that is. The man she left you for likely did one thing right. He didn't give her complete emotional availability. He kept her guessing. Maybe he wasn't as attentive, maybe he had other women chasing him, or maybe he just exuded the kind of confidence that said, "I don't need you." That's what turns her on, men who aren't seeking her approval. When you understand that women are attracted to emotional tension, you'll stop chasing her and start creating that tension naturally. Stop trying to be the perfect boyfriend and start being the man who knows his worth, with or without her. The moment you stop needing her validation, she'll feel the difference. And when she feels it, she'll start questioning if leaving you was the right choice. But by then, you won't care because you'll be too busy improving yourself. Number 2, love is not loyalty, it's emotion. Men are sold a lie about love. You're told to be the nice guy, the provider, the emotional crutch she can lean on. But that's not what keeps her. Love isn't loyalty to her. It's the high she feels when she's emotionally stimulated. And that's why men who give everything often lose everything. Think about it. You've seen the guy who's loyal to his girlfriend, who never cheats, never disrespects her, and does everything right. And what happens? She leaves him for a man who barely gives her attention. The reason is simple. Women crave emotional excitement, not emotional stability. You've probably been told that women want a man who listens, understands, and puts them first. But in reality, when you put her on a pedestal, she looks down on you. The man who makes her feel alive is the man she chases, not the man who caters to her every whim. Women want the man who leads, not the man who follows. The problem is, most men have been programmed to believe that the more you give, the more she'll love you. But women don't fall in love through giving. They fall in love through earning. When she has to work to get your attention, when she's not sure where she stands with you, that's when she's hooked. Women are emotional, not logical. They don't analyze your good deeds and think, "He's done so much for me, I should stay." They think, "How does he make me feel right now?" If you're always available, always catering to her, she'll feel smothered. But when you maintain your independence and focus on your purpose, she'll feel intrigued. The men who understand this rule dominate relationships because they aren't seeking validation. They're living their lives, and women naturally gravitate toward them. When you give her everything, you eliminate the tension that keeps attraction alive. She stops seeing you as a man she has to win over and starts seeing you as a man she can control. And women don't respect men they can control. They may stay for a while out of convenience, but they won't desire you. To keep her desire, you have to be the man who can walk away. Women test men constantly, and when you fail those tests by chasing her, apologizing unnecessarily, or compromising your boundaries, she loses respect for you. Women are attracted to strength. They want to know that even if they walk away, you'll be fine. And that's the mindset you need to cultivate. The red pill reality is this. Women don't want to be your purpose. They want to follow a man who has a purpose. If you've made her the center of your world, you've already lost. A man who knows his worth doesn't need her validation. He builds himself, and she either keeps up or gets left behind. When she feels that you're focused on your mission, not her, she'll respect you. And respect is the foundation of attraction. Number 3, stop chasing, start winning. You've been conditioned to believe that chasing a woman proves your love, that persistence will win her back. But let me hit you with reality. Chasing doesn't make her see your worth. It makes her see your desperation. Every call you make, every late-night text asking why she left, every social media post designed to get her attention is killing what little attraction she might still have left for you. Chasing is a trap, and most men fall into it because they don't understand female psychology. The moment you start chasing her is the moment she feels she made the right choice leaving you. Women are naturally drawn to men who are hard to obtain. The reason she's not responding to your texts isn't because she's busy or confused. It's because you've already given her everything she needs to know. When you chase, you tell her she's more valuable than you, that your life revolves around her, and that without her, you're lost. And nothing dries up a woman's desire faster than a man who puts her on a pedestal. Think about this. Have you ever wondered why women tend to fall for the guy who barely pays them attention? It's not because he's better looking or more successful. It's because he knows how to be scarce. Scarcity creates value. When you're always available, always texting, always reacting, you become predictable. Predictability kills attraction. Women crave emotional highs, the thrill of uncertainty. The man who gives her space to wonder, who doesn't respond instantly, who keeps her guessing, becomes the man she can't get out of her head. When she knows she has you, she'll test you. She'll leave subtle clues, ignoring your messages, delaying her replies, or even flirting with someone else to see how you react. The weak man panics. He double texts, he calls, he asks her what's wrong, trying to fix something that isn't even broken. But the man who wins knows better. He doesn't chase, he doesn't react, he lets her wonder. And in that silence, he becomes more powerful than any words he could say. Imagine this. You stop texting her. No calls, no "I miss you" messages, no late-night thinking of you posts on social media. At first, she'll think you're sulking, waiting for her to reach out. But as days turn into weeks and you remain silent, something shifts. She'll start to wonder if you've moved on, and that's when curiosity takes over. Because while she's used to men falling apart when she leaves, you're showing her something different. You're showing her that you're a man in control. Control is the key to winning. When you stop chasing her, you take back the power she had over you. The no contact rule isn't just a trick to make her miss you. It's a discipline that forces you to prioritize yourself. During this time, you're not sitting around waiting for her to notice your absence. You're using that time to become better. You're in the gym building a body that turns heads, not just for revenge, but because you understand that physical discipline reflects mental discipline. You're focusing on your career, your hobbies, your growth, because a man with purpose is a man who doesn't need validation from anyone, let alone a woman who left him. Here's the twist. When you stop chasing her, you actually trigger the emotional response you've been seeking. Women are wired to want what they can't have. The moment she realizes you're not waiting for her call, not checking her social media, not craving her attention, she'll start to feel the loss. She'll question why you're not reacting like every other man she's left. And that's when the tables turn. She'll start to wonder if she misjudged you, if you were more valuable than she thought. But by then, you won't care. Because winning isn't about getting her back. It's about becoming so valuable that she regrets leaving. Stop chasing the woman who left you and start chasing the man you're meant to be. The man who walks into a room and commands attention without saying a word. The man who doesn't beg for love because he knows he's the prize. The man who focuses on his mission, his growth, and his success, knowing that women will naturally be drawn to him as a result. When you become that man, you won't have to chase women. They'll chase you. And the woman who left? She'll be the one chasing hardest, haunted by the thought that she gave up on the best version of you. Chasing her is a losing game. Every time you run after her, you're running away from your own growth. But when you stop, when you turn your focus inward, you unlock a power that most men will never understand. The power of self-mastery, the power of becoming untouchable. She left you because she thought you needed her. Prove her wrong by showing her that you never did. When you're thriving, when your life is full, when your success speaks louder than any message you could send, she'll feel the weight of her mistake, and you'll be too busy winning to care. Don't send that text. Don't check her stories. Don't give her the satisfaction of knowing